She's been institutionalized at Kerrville State Hospital since 2007.
Kerrville State Hospital is a mental health facility run by the state of Texas. All of the patients who undergo treatment there were sent by the Texas court system, so none of them can voluntarily check themselves out. Despite this restriction and the painted lines that inhibit patients' free movement, the hospital supposedly has a relaxed, community-like atmosphere. Andrea Yates had been a patient at Kerrville since 2007, and according to her doctor, even though her mental health has stabilized, the patient waives her review hearing every single year. This review hearing would be the first step towards getting released, but perhaps Yates isn't yet ready to return to her old world.
The court eventually declared Andrea Yates insane.
In 2005, Andrea Yates received good news. Based on false testimony from Dr. Yates, who was enlisted by the prosecution, her first conviction was reversed. Andrea again entered a not guilty on the grounds of insanity plea, and this time, it worked. Her new sentence dictated that she spend an unspecified amount of time in a mental institution.
Her husband filed for divorce in 2004 and has since remarried.
Russell Yates filed for divorce from his incarcerated wife in 2004. The divorce finalized in 2005, 1 year before he remarried. His second wife, Laura, claimed that Rusty's compassion for Andrea is part of what drew her to him. She said, "That's one of the things I really admired about him, that he is supporting her. My heart breaks for her and what happened, and you know what she lives with every day." The two have since had a child together.
Hercase called attention to postpartum depression and psychosis.
For years, medical professionals only whispered about postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis. The Yates case changed all of that, thanks to the heavy media coverage that it received nationwide. The court approved Andrea's retrial request in 2006, and the decision gave credence to the fact that these mental illnesses do exist.
Her lawyers used the insanity defense, but the jurors didn't believe them.
Andrea's lawyers based their case on her failing mental health and claimed that their client couldn't be held responsible for her actions. Dr. Yates examined her, though, and testified for the prosecution. He insisted that Andrea knew right from wrong when she snapped and therefore was insane. Contradicting himself, Yates went on to state that Andrea seemed unsure and confused about the events that took place. Despite all of the evidence, the jurors wanted Andrea punished, and they found her guilty. In March 2002, she was sentenced to life in prison.
Her mother criticized Russell during the trial.
Andrea's mother, Karen Kennedy, criticized Russell during her daughter's trial. She stated that the engineer husband never helped out at home and considered childcare and cleaning to be solely the wife's responsibility. She claims, "When they came to my house, that was the first time I told Rusty Luke needs changing. He says, well, that'd be a first. I have never changed a diaper before. And that was the fourth child. I was horrified." Kennedy went on to discuss Andrea's mental health and how Russell's lack of understanding made things even more difficult.
A psychiatrist took Yates off of Haldol 16 days before she drowned her children.
Andrea started seeing psychiatrist Mohammed Seed during her time at the DeVry, Texas Treatment Network. The doctor initially prescribed her Haldol and other antipsychotics. Despite the fact that she was having delusions, C took Andrea off of the drug 16 days before she committed the ghastly murders. According to Russell's testimony, his wife's mental health worsened, but C still refused to give her Haldol again or even admit her to the inpatient psychiatric treatment.
Her husband was warned to not leave her alone with their kids.
Mohammed C., Andrea's psychiatrist at the time, warned Russell to never leave his wife alone with the children because she might do something reprehensible. Ignoring Dr. C., Russell repeatedly left Andrea on her own for hours. He claimed that he didn't want Andrea to rely solely on him. He wanted her to become more independent.
She and her husband were told to stop having children.
The couple were warned about having more children. Andrea would have to stop her medication, and the after effects of pregnancy would cause her depression once again. Despite doctors' warnings, Andrea stopped taking her medication and became pregnant with a fifth child. For a time, Russell allegedly denied Andrea's mental illness. Instead, he believed that demons caused all of her problems. Perhaps he thought that another child would scare away these demons.
Between 1999 and 2001, she was admitted to mental institutions on 4 different occasions.
Between 1999 and 2001, she was admitted to mental institutions on 4 different occasions.
The Yates family's preacher was a huge negative influence on them.
The Yates family's preacher was a huge negative influence on them.
The family lived for a time in a converted bus, and Andrea homeschooled all of her children by herself. Both things seemed to pressure her immensely.
The family lived for a time in a converted bus, and Andrea homeschooled all of her children by herself. Both things seemed to pressure her immensely.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.